Day 8. Today I was a little bit busier IRL again, so my progress was a little bit slower. My big goal of the day was to AFK as many requirements as I could to be ready for lunar diplomacy tomorrow. That way, when I have more free time tomorrow, I'll be able to do a lot of really important quests. I already have my notepad with what I'd like to get done, so I already know that's going to be a really productive video. That said, let's get in the clips for today. Alright, any second now. Couple more fish, and we're going to get 68 fishing, which is going to be the level requirement to enter the fishing guild. And I believe I can go to Deep Sea Fishing Hub right away. So once I get there, I'm going to start being able to buy from the traveling merchant once we get a little bit more money. And I'm going to be able to do swarm fishing, which is going to be big for the team because we can get some early fish like some jellyfish and also the fish required for big game hunter. Things like raw shark, manta ray, and sailfish. I already know a couple of us are planning to start sending hunter pretty soon. And keep my nightly ritual up of doing fishing until I fall asleep, basically. Now that I got that level, though, I am going to cook what I've got so I can put some more food in the storage for the team. And get started with my day here. Alright, it's going to be a milestone level for cooking. Going to be 70 cooking, which is going to give me the requirement needed for RFD. I believe this is the highest cooking level required for any quest in the game, so that's going to be good to get that done. And I wonder if that gives me all the levels I need to do RFD. If it does, I think I'll plan to do RFD tomorrow as well as Lunar Diplomacy. So Pub Stomp and Ant actually both got lucky at Dagannoth Kings, and we've now got enough Berserker rings for the entire team to take one. So I'm going to go ahead and take one of these out of the group storage while I put in some fish. And I'll also take one of these DK teleports, because the next time I get a Dagannoth task, that will spare me the trouble of running through the entire Waterbirth dungeon. So, well done, guys, to Pub Stomp and Ant. Alright, this is going to be my first cache of the day. It was one of those ones where there's like 5 people that crest at the same time, so difficult to get my full points, even though I got 45 Divination now. But that's alright, 77 points puts me up to 49 Divination. I think I really want to get that 50, so I might just go raw dog some div. Alright, there we go, that didn't take too long. That was like 10 minutes or so of doing div normally. But there is 50 Divination. Now I have all the levels for Back to the Freezer and Desperate Times. Not too shabby. Alright, cache number 2 of the day. Got the full 100 points, so that's going to be better experience than earlier. That puts me up to 51 Divination, so only one level from that. I guess caches are maybe starting to slow down now, but still, it's going to be important to keep these up until I get 80 for Invention. I totally spaced on doing my dopamine boxes this morning, so I might have thrown off my cycle a little bit. That'll be alright. As long as I pick it back up tomorrow, it'll reset itself and get back on track. But there is 49 farming coming in from the dopamine boxes. I'm kind of in a weird stage with farming right now, especially with the player-owned farm. I don't have a lot of beans to keep buying animals like sheep and rabbits, and I definitely don't have enough beans to upkeep buying frogs, which is what I really want to do. It's just in that stage right now where it's going to take probably 4 or 5 days to get kind of established where things can start to upkeep themselves. And then the gains are really going to start coming with farming. But it's kind of like that on early game Ironman with a lot of skills. Like archaeology, it's going to take a while to get established with chronotes and with materials. And with necromancy, it's also going to take a little while to get established with things like ashes and inks and candles. But that's okay. That's the game mode. Just got to be consistent. And before you know it, these things will be running themselves and the XP is just going to be flying. So I'm going to finish up these dopamine boxes and then I'll figure out my next goal. Looks like I am going to get 50 farming after all from the boxes here. So that is very nice. One more level 50 stat. maybe 2-3 days to get that milestone done. I now have all the levels needed for Civil War 3, which is a prerequisite for the Succession quest, which is going to unlock Dive. So I might have to make that a priority. Alright, so since I saw that 49 farming was going to be the level to get cows, I decided I better start getting some planks together to build the large pen and the medium pen. And while I was doing that, I figured, let me also make the things at the Het's Oasis. So the flower boxes and the filtration system. The filtration system might be interesting early. I'm not sure if there are any requirements quest-wise to get things like the troves, the Elder God troves. But if you can just get those right away, there might be some interesting items to be getting for the Ironman this early. I'm going to have to look that up on the wiki later, but just getting this built is going to be big because this is going to just run in the background. May have a chance at getting an uncut onyx as well. And it's actually looking like it's a pretty good experience for building all these things, so I might even get a construction level. Yep, I do indeed get a construction level. There is 53 coming in. Alright, just doing my daily challenges here. I got a fishing daily. Once I wrap this one up, I can claim everything. Here we go, let's go ahead and claim everything. Do I get any levels? No levels, but that is the first week of daily challenges completed. So we get a Soul Reaper refresh from that and some Dungeoneering tokens. I'm actually saving up for the upgraded gem bag, and I'm going to need 20,000 tokens for that. So since I was really AFK today, and one of my big goals was to get all the level requirements for lunar diplomacy, I ended up doing a lot of gemstone mining, which ended up putting me all the way up to 64 mining. The level discrepancy between mining and smithing is going to be pretty big on the Ironman. Even on my main Ironman, I have level 105 smithing right now, and I think I have like 60 million experience in mining. Between things like gem rock mining and just gathering enough resources for training smithing, that discrepancy definitely gets wider and wider. But today I did manage to get all the gemstones that I need to train crafting all the way up to 61, which is going to be the first big level requirement for crafting. After that, there is going to be, of course, the milestone 75 crafting for Prifidinus, which is going to require even more gem rock mining, and I'll really want to have my upgraded gem bag by then. But I just did this using the normal gem bag. It was reasonably AFK, took probably 2 hours, 3 hours, maybe. It was nice not to have to check the screen so much, even whenever your stamina runs out. You can still mine the gems at a reasonable enough rate to make it an AFK activity. While I was doing this, I was voice chatting with Accident, and he needed some extra mystic robes because he's doing some necromancy progression. And that's how I actually learned that you can boost your magic level to enter the Wizard's Guild by using a magic potion. So I was able to do that and buy some extra mystic robes for him, which is good. Get to help out one of my fellow group Ironmen today and learn something new about the game. After that though, here are the clips for 60 crafting, the milestone level, and 61 crafting, the goal level for lunar diplomacy. Once I finished that, all that I had left requirement-wise was to get up to level 65 magic. So I went back to the Abyss and just AFK'd for a little while. According to my aura timer, it looks like it took basically exactly an hour. So overall, I would say fairly productive day, even for being such an AFK one. I got all the level requirements required for lunar diplomacy, got the level requirements ready for a recipe for disaster, made some construction upgrades around the game, and got a handful of levels and a bunch of skills. What more can you ask for? So today, that's where I'm going to be calling it a video. Tomorrow's going to be a huge one. If you want to see that, please be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel, as I'm going to be making a daily video documenting my competitive group Ironman progress for the next little while. We're also the rank 1 team, so it might be interesting to watch our perspective versus any others, if I do say so myself. Thanks for watching, and see you tomorrow.